Hi, and welcome. But what are you doing here? No, seriously. I'm glad you're here, but I don't think this is what you think it is. Let me guess. You heard that there was something here to do with weight loss or burning fat? Well, it's not quite true. But wait, while you're here, can I tell you what this is about? This has not something to do with weight loss or burning fat. This has everything to do with losing weight permanently and burning fat even if you failed before. Everything to do with burning fat in those hard to burn fat places. Everything to do with looking in the mirror and feeling great about what you see. Everything to do with making this the first day of the rest of your life. Do you see the difference? Hi, my name is Arthur Martins, and if you're serious about losing weight for the last time, then you really need to get a pen and paper and write down what I'll be sharing with you in this free video. You may not have heard of me yet because I do things a little bit differently than most of those other weight loss gurus. For example, right now in this free video, I'll be giving you the very steps that have helped my customers lose weight and gain good looking shape. I'll also invest in you and give you the 3 principles to permanent weight loss that have helped over 3,719 people in the last 3 years alone. You see, for the past 10 years, my wife and I have been on an amazing journey with our own fitness. And in the process, we became so passionate about it that we sold our other 2 companies and started a little company called Guaranteed Wellness that successfully helped people in 4 countries lose weight and feel great. Now, I'm not saying that to in some way impress you, but to help you understand that I have a track record of success, that you'll learn from the best of the best. Not just someone who knows nothing about fitness and happened to hire a good book writer and do some good sales and marketing on it, but someone who cares. And when I say best of the best, I don't just mean me. I mean you'll learn directly from my personal advisors, some of the most helpful, practical leaders in the wellness industry. But like one of my main go-to guys for fitness, Mark Beyer, who's been the director of training at a national health club chain. And today, for the first time in his history, he's allowing me to release a production I created from one of our own training sessions and share it with you. But first, if I could show you some very simple strategies that could literally move you from hating to look in the mirror to actually feeling great about your body, would that be worth your time? If you could come away from our time together with even just, say, 3 things that could move you from always failing to dropping the pounds forever, would that give you some hope? Well, the good news is you can have that experience, but only on 2 conditions. Because although what you learn from me and my team has changed thousands of lives, it only works with a certain type of person. What I mean is this. We've all said we want to get in shape because we want to look better or feel better, but why? Why are you here again looking at another video on weight loss? Why are you still unhappy when you look in the mirror? What's causing you to be so out of shape that you're embarrassed about wearing a bathing suit? Or whatever it is. It's probably not because you haven't tried many diets or programs. You may even be on one now. So, number one, you need to be real with me, and I with you. You need to let me talk to you like I would a brother or sister. Number two, you need to be real with yourself. None of this garbage about wanting to look like you did 20 years ago. I mean, or whatever it is. I mean, the real deep down reasons. If you're not willing to be honest with yourself or let me be direct with you, let's just part right now before I ruffle any feathers or before you feel like I'm pushing you, okay? But if you said yes, and you really want me to help you lose weight and gain a great body that will last, then here's my promise to you. You will have the body you've been trying desperately to get if you put into practice what I'll teach you. You will be like one of my customers, Miss B, who was so excited about what happened to her that she actually wrote me a song at night and emailed it to me. How would you like to feel that good about how you look and feel? You can. But maybe your goals are more like Sue from Illinois who have this to say. Dropping nearly 4 clothing sizes in less than 120 days using your natural principles has put the sizzle back into my step on the beach and at the office. Did you catch that? These are real people who have not only lost weight but have gained wellness and vitality. But this doesn't happen on its own. In order to finally get the body you really want, you do need to take 3 steps. First, you need to be totally honest, painfully honest. You don't have to share the following with me, but you do need to admit this to yourself. Why on earth are you really here at another website looking for another diet program or weight loss solution? I mean, the real why. I mean, stuff like, well, honestly, that your doctor said if you don't lose weight, you're at risk for, all those major issues. That you're embarrassed to go out with your kids or grandkids to their events because you're so overweight and unhealthy. God forbid, but maybe you're like some who share that deep down they want to lose weight because they're concerned their husband or boyfriend's looking at other women way too much. I mean, it can go both ways, guys. Now, I'm sorry if I'm touching any nerves, but because I want to help you, you and I need to really identify what it is that'll make you succeed this time. Maybe I'm way off base though. Maybe you're different and just want to figure out how to get rid of the last 10 pounds or lose those 10 pounds you gained over the last 2 weeks, but what is your heartfelt reason? What will prevent you from gaining them again? I can help you with the next 2 steps, but you need to take this one for yourself. Okay, number 2 is to be willing to be teachable and relearn a lot of things that haven't and will not work. Let me give you an example. A huge study published by the Journal of American Medicine in 2006 showed that rates for heart attack, stroke, and other forms of heart disease and the weight loss percentages were no different between those who ate low-fat products and those who didn't. Just stop and think about that for a minute. What things have you been trying that you thought would have helped you but haven't and will never? On the other hand, what if I could show you how you could make sure every step you took from here onward was one that took weight off instead of the frustration you're now experiencing? That's why I'm sharing with you from my heart. If you're supported correctly by me and a team of leading wellness-minded fitness professionals and licensed medical professionals, you will succeed. And that's the last step, having quality support. Did you know that's the number one reason why most people fail? They make a mistake or eat too much ice cream at the party or just give up, or worse, they feel like they're not making any progress at all, so they often stop just before the biggest breakthrough. For example, if you're doing things correctly and actually building muscle in your Get in Shape program, you may even gain weight. So to review, number 1, be honest. Number 2, be willing to relearn. Number 3, have a support system. On the next page, I'm going to share with you an amazing story of my own wife, but we just ran out of time. I had to chop so much out of this video because it was getting so long. But remember, lack of support is the number one reason most people fail. So ask yourself, what is my support system like? Will it guarantee success for me this time? Speaking of guaranteeing success, would you like some proven strategies that you could put into place right now to put your weight behind you? Grab something to take notes or press record on your iPhone and let's get started with the 3 principles I promised to share with you. While you're getting something to take notes, let me tell you that I have something very special prepared for you on the next page right after I give you these principles. What I can tell you at this point is that I'll make sure you come away today with a proven platform for permanent weight loss that I haven't been able to find anywhere else. Okay, let's get right at it because I'm going to fly as I give you these body-changing principles. Number 1, WWW. What to eat, what not to eat, and why. Remember we said low-fat products aren't helpful? Well, here's the truth. It's not that you can't eat fat. It's that most low-fat products are high in other stuff that's bad for you. That's something I'll teach you more about as we work together, but for now, here are some other foods you must eat and must not eat. You must eat fat-drenched foods like avocados. Believe it or not, yeah. You know why? It really satisfies your body and prevents the cravings for unhealthy foods like cakes and pies. What you must not eat is food that contains this, trans fats. You may know that, but did you know that just 30 calories of carbs replaced with 30 calories of trans fats nearly doubles the risk of heart disease? And that trans fats are hidden even in the healthy food products? Here's a freebie for you. When you're reading the labels next time, which you should do all the time, look out for partially hydrogenated oils. It's a corrupt food industry way to sneak trans fats in. Okay, let's talk about principle 2, lose, lose, gain. You remember the kids game, right? Duck, duck, goose? Well, it's the same here. Goose is the magic word, except our goose is muscle. Please don't misunderstand me when I say this, but it's easy to lose weight compared to burning fat or compared to gaining the muscle. Goose. One of the things that I'll teach you is how to move from just losing weight to actually burning fat, and then to building muscle, and why even women should want muscle. Why? It's because it increases your ability to burn fat. But how do you do that? Well, since I really want you to succeed, let me give you something we just created. When you receive our program on the next page, I'll make sure you have access to a special at-home muscle-building workout video just for you. But before I move on, even though we don't have time to go into detail, let me give you one more takeaway that'll help you immediately. You know how experts talk about the fat burn zone? Well, although it's true that you burn more fat in that zone, they fail to leave out the most important part, which keeps you coming back. Would you like to know what that is? Well, buy my course and you'll find out. Just kidding. Hopefully you realize by now that I'm not like that. Obviously, I can't give you everything I know on this video, and obviously I believe, like any legitimate company, that I have products that help people look good and feel great. But I am trying to give you tools that will help you whether or not you choose to hear from me again. So what's the rest of the story regarding the fat burn zone? Just this. Although there is a fat burn zone, you lose a lot more fat overall by exercising in what I call the curve creator zone. Did you know what happens in this zone? You actually train your body to burn fat while you sit, think, sleep. Obviously, there's more to it than this, but in essence, you need to work out harder than the guy doing the fat burn zone thing next to you in the gym. Okay, let me share with you principle number 3. Fuel for faster fat loss. Did you have any idea what your number one fat burning organ is? I bet you don't. It's your brain. How's that possible? Because it controls everything, and if it ain't working right, ain't nothing gonna work right. You've heard it said you are what you eat, right? Well, I'm here to tell you you are what you think. Now, before you shut me down as a quack, let me explain. What I mean is that unless your mind controls your feelings will end up sabotaging your weight loss program every single time. That's why what I teach is totally different than all the other best-selling programs. They teach you all the moves and foods and then leave this part up to you, and that's why you're here. So let me explain the power of your mind and weight loss. Did you know that there are certain chemicals that are released based on what you think and then create certain physiological reactions in your body? So when you're stressed, the body releases a hormone called cortisol, and when cortisol is released under those conditions repeatedly, it increases the cravings of Krispy Kreme and soda and bagels and muffins. I'm serious. This directly increases your cortisol levels, which directly drives up your cravings for the carbs, the bad kind, the donuts, those kind of things, which directly increases your storage of fat, period, end of story. That's why I said you can do all the right foods to eat, make all the right moves in the gym, and still, despite that, not lose weight. No wonder it's so hard to lose weight sometimes. But can you see how much simpler it is when you know how to make all these moving pieces work together? Wow. I can't believe I covered all this on a free video, but that's what happens when I sit down and just start sharing from my heart. It all boils down to some pretty simple stuff, right? Simple, but not easy, or you wouldn't be here, which is why I shared what I could with you today. I know firsthand there's nothing more frustrating than not knowing why you're not losing weight despite all the care and effort you're putting in, the calories you're counting, the miles you're walking. And that's also why I've really gone out on a limb and put something very special together for you, something I believe will change your life if you let it. After nearly 12 months of negotiations, planning, preparing, rescheduling, rewriting, you're finally able to have access to something that's never before been put on video or audio or written down. That's no joke or sales ploy. It took that long to coordinate the schedule and create the program with one of the fitness greats, Mark Byron, to jam all the best of the best practical strategies we could into this training. We cut nothing out, and we called our step-by-step training From Flab to Fab, 3 proven principles to permanently drop the pounds. Now, it's solidly packed with stuff most people either don't know or don't tell you, but has literally helped over 3,000 people in the past 3 years. But this is the first time we recorded what we've taught our personal clients, and can't keep this off for long or our clients will feel like we're giving away what they invest a lot of money into. In fact, we plan to take this video down before September and replace it with version 2, which will be priced more in line with what other people are charging. We give so much away, though, in the training that I'll guarantee you that if you put into practice what you'll learn, you'll be asking me to include your story in one of my future trainings. The best part is that you'll be able to download all actually 4 of the podcasts immediately in our exclusive members area, including our breakthrough bonus. So take a minute to review the incredible step-by-step system we put together, and make sure you take advantage of me while I'm letting you. Tons of life-changing content there, isn't there? Again, thank you for your trust, your sincerity, for being honest with me. Remember, it's being honest with your why that will make it work this time. I just have 2 last questions for you, may I? How will you feel about yourself 8 to 12 weeks from now when you have succeeded in permanently dropping those pounds? How will your life change knowing that your body is well and that you look great and you've mastered this once and for all? Because I care about the real reasons that are driving you to find a solution, I'm doing something totally different than most of the gurus that charge you $47, $37, $27 for their special ebooks or recordings. I want this life-changing experience to be yours with no hesitation. So I'm giving this to you for less than lunch at a half-decent restaurant. I mean, yeah, really, for $10. No, it's not a misprint, I promise. If it's so good, otherwise it's so cheap, really, because I don't want you to think that I'm trying to get you for nothing. I know I need to earn your trust. I need to be the first one to take the step. And number 2, this is our first release, and we want to make sure you get such a crazy deal that you'll tell everyone about it so we can help more people. This isn't for us about making millions, it's about saving millions. So combined with the fact that I'll take all your risk with our 30-day no-hassle guarantee, you've got nothing to lose except inches. Remember, I'll be here to support you every step of the way until you, like Miss B, call or email me in the middle of the night with your success story. Just click on the link below to experience a life you never thought was possible. I look forward to partnering with you and sharing in your journey. So it's with great anticipation and sincere pleasure that I welcome you to the first day of the rest of your life.